DACA is not looking good.
Oh, man. Yeah, that makes me upset.
Yeah. On Wednesday, October 5th, the Federal Appeals Court ruled that the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program is unlawful. This is Judge Harlan in Texas was the initial trial judge who said DACA's illegal, including the new DACA program that Biden put into effect. Judge Harlan was also the judge in 2013 when President Obama made DACA and also made DAPA, Deferred Action for Parent Arrivals, said the Deferred Action for Parent Arrivals was illegal because it's an unfunded mandate to the Texas government because they have to process driver's licenses for now people who are legal. So there was a lot of parents of children who ended up never getting into the program because of that. DACA survived, DAPA did it. Now the argument is that President Biden doesn't have. No president has authority to give blanket work permits to hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people. And it went up to the Court of Appeals, and it looks like the Court of Appeals is going to agree with Judge Harlan.
Wow.
And unfortunately now we have a conservative Supreme Court. So most Supreme Court commentators believe that the Supreme Court of the United States is going to side ultimately with Judge Harlan and say that President Biden, no President Obama, Trump, Biden, none of them had authority to give hundreds and hundreds of thousands of work permits to DACA recipients. I'll say one other thing. What's very interesting is Biden doesn't have, if that's the case, that he doesn't have authority to give 100,000 work permits to Ukrainians. He doesn't have authority to give 24,000.
Yeah, that's where I was going to go
right,
next.
but nobody's suing for Ukrainians right now. I don't know what they're going to do with the Venezuelans. That just happened. We talked about it five minutes ago. But then you say, okay, well then he doesn't have authority to do any of that.
But my thing is, but there's action. The Supreme Court still makes decisions for so many other things,
Right.
like abortions and things of that sort, which that's a whole other rabbit hole that we're not getting into.
Right.
But what?
Yeah.
This is so hurtful. Like, as an immigrant, and my immigration story is very different, but I could have very much been someone that was submitting for DACA just to try and get an education.
And these are people who came as children, who are now adults, well into their 30s, perhaps some of them into their 40s at this point, who have lived with these work permits for over a decade, who lived undocumented since a child.
Their adult
spent
life.
20, 30, 40 years, almost 90 to 95% of their life in the United States, and say, sorry, you're illegal.
Right.
Get out.
Right.
Get out. And it's no fault of their own. And you want to know what? The only way ultimately this is ever going to resolve itself is for the Republicans and Democrats to come together and make a bill for dreamers. But we know that's not going to happen. And the reason that's not going to happen is you see it right in the midterm elections right now. Making immigrants a scapegoat for everybody's problems is the best way Republicans have to get people to come out to vote for them. So why in the world would, if you're a Republican and you want to get your people to come out and vote, why would you give away the best thing in the world that you have to yell and scream to get your voters out to vote for you? They yell and scream illegal immigration. Immigrants are taking your jobs. Immigrants are raping our Americans. They're committing crimes. They're killing people. They're robbing you. It's the best scare tactic to get people to come out and vote Republican. So if they make a deal, they've given away their best campaign slogans.
So
why would they do that?
Deal or no deal.
Yeah. And of course, on Thursday, not of course, I'm just learning about this now. I'm saying of course because it's so...
I'm still on DACA. We're moving on to the next story.
No. We're still talking about DACA. I'm just saying this is more about window dressing and hypocrisy than anything else. Microsoft, Apple, Meta, which is Facebook, which is what we're on right now, and dozens of other Fortune 500 companies have launched an advertising campaign to push Congress to pass a new law that would secure the fate of dreamers. That's like putting lipstick on a pig. Okay? They don't need... These companies are trillion-dollar companies. When they put an advertisement out, all they're doing is putting lipstick on a pig. Look, we're trying to be good people.
Right.
We're trying to be good citizens. Look, we want this to happen. Quite frankly, your advertisement's going to do nothing.
Yeah.
Which is why it's putting lipstick on a pig. You are powerful companies worth trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars. If you really wanted this to happen, you would hire, instead of buying a billboard, and instead of buying television commercial or a radio commercial, you hire lobbyists. That's how things get done in Washington.
Yeah.
You hire a lobbyist, spend hundreds of millions of dollars on lobbyists to get the DREAM Act passed.
Yep.
So, I find it hypocritical. I find it demeaning. I find it very simplistic to say we're going to run an ad. Look, I think it's just good publicity, but nothing else.
That's what I was going to say. It was just a good PR strategy.
Yeah, but it's not really. They really wanted to help. They know what to do.
Yeah. They know who to talk to.
They know who to talk to, and
because when they need programs or when we need things blocked on all of these different platforms.
When they need tax breaks, when they want to open up a factory, they know exactly who to go to.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree with you.
All right. They know how to twist arms in Congress if they need to, but it's not important to them.
No.
Thanks for watching. For more Bradshaw Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.